Ever sent a text and the second you hit send, your stomach just drops? You wanted to say something simple like, I'm busy, but you have this horrible feeling it came out as, go away, don't talk to me. Maybe a friend got confused or your new colleague went quiet. We've all been there. You spend 10 minutes typing a 2-sentence message, translating every word in your head, and it still feels wrong. We know this feels overwhelming, but today we fix that for good.
It's that tiny panic, right? My student Ahmed from Brazil told me a story that I think you'll understand. He was trying to arrange a time to meet his new study group. They suggested a time, but he had a doctor's appointment. He texted back, I cannot. Just, I cannot.
Oof, that sounds a little harsh.
Exactly. He didn't mean it to be. In his head, he was just stating a fact. But his group members thought he was being difficult or didn't want to meet. It created a whole day of awkwardness until he could explain in person. He told me, Emily, I just want to sound friendly, not like a robot.
And that's what today is all about. We're going to show you how to turn this little device, holds up his phone, into your personal 24/7 English practice partner. We're not talking about boring grammar apps. We're talking about the real messages you send every day.
By the end of this video, you'll have a toolbox of simple, powerful techniques to make your texts clearer, friendlier, and more confident.
And stick around because our third tip today is a simple trick that will save you at least 10 minutes of stress every single day when you're texting. This tip, it's a game changer.
Now, you might be thinking, they're just text messages. Who cares? But we know it's so much more than that. This isn't just about avoiding grammar mistakes.
This is about feeling included in the group chat. It's about finally texting your crush without having a panic attack. It's about being able to make plans, share a joke, or just say, hey, thinking of you, and knowing the other person feels the warmth behind your words. It's about belonging.
Absolutely. I had a student, Lena, who moved to Canada. She said the hardest part wasn't the big presentations at work, it was the small talk on WhatsApp. She felt so isolated. She would see her coworkers making plans for lunch, and she was too scared to join in because she didn't know the casual language. She'd just watch from the sidelines. I hear stories like that all the time. It's heartbreaking. Learning to text naturally is like getting a key to a secret door. Behind that door is friendship, connection, and the joy of just being yourself in English.
When Lena started using the techniques we'll share today, she said it was like the world opened up. She finally texted her group, hey guys, whatever you're grabbing for lunch sounds good. Mind if I tag along? It was such a small message, but for her, it was a huge victory.
It really is. So let's get you those keys. First, we need to understand the common traps that most learners fall into. Let's expose the 3 biggest texting mistakes so you can avoid them forever.
All right, mistake number 1. This is the big one. Direct translation. This is when you think in your native language and translate word for word into English. It seems logical, but it's a disaster waiting to happen.
I have the perfect story for this. Mistake 1. My student Maria from Spain kept getting strange reactions when people asked her how she was. She would text back, I feel myself good today. In Spanish, me siento bien is perfectly correct. I feel myself well. But in English,
I feel myself sounds like, well, it sounds like you're physically touching yourself. It's awkward and confusing. The natural English phrase is just, I feel good, or I'm doing well.
Exactly. It was a tiny error that came from a logical place, but it completely changed the meaning. Direct translation ignores culture, idioms, and natural flow. It makes you sound like a textbook, not a person.
Which leads us right into mistake number 2. Using the wrong formality. English has different levels of politeness, and texting blurs those lines. You don't text your boss the same way you text your best friend. My student Kenji from Japan learned this the hard way.
Oh no, what did he do?
His boss texted him, hey Kenji, Can you send over the report from yesterday? A pretty standard, slightly informal message from a boss. Kenji wanted to be friendly and quick, so he replied like he would to a friend. He wrote, "Yep, gotta, coming right up."
Oh, Kenji. While gotta is fine for a friend, it can come across as way too informal, almost disrespectful, to a boss, depending on the workplace culture. A safer, more professional but still friendly text would be, "Of course, I'll send it over in the next 5 minutes."
See the difference? It's still friendly, but it respects the professional relationship. Getting this wrong can make you seem unprofessional, or, on the flip side, too stiff and cold with friends.
Which is a perfect segue to our final mistake. Mistake number 3, forgetting about tone. Text messages have no body language, no facial expressions, no tone of voice. This means short messages can easily be misunderstood. We had a student, Sofia, who was a very efficient person. She liked short, quick answers.
I can see where this is going.
Her friend would send a long, excited message. "Oh my God, you won't believe what just happened. I got the promotion. We have to celebrate this weekend. Are you free Saturday night?" And Sophia, who was happy for her friend but busy at work, just replied, "Okay."
Face palm. Oh, Sophia.
Her friend was crushed. She thought Sophia was angry or unimpressed. A simple "okay" can mean anything from "got it" to "I'm furious with you." Sophia had no idea her one-word reply could cause so much hurt. All it needed was a little more warmth.
So, to recap the big 3 mistakes: direct translation, wrong formality, and forgetting about tone. Do any of these sound familiar? Let us know in the comments which one you struggle with the most. You're not alone.
And now that we know the problems, let's get to the solutions. This is where you start building your confidence. Mua mua. Okay, let's build your texting toolkit. These are practical, easy habits you can start today. Step 1 is the simplest but most powerful. We call it the reread aloud ritual. Before you hit send, read your message out loud, not in your head, out loud. Your ear will catch things your eyes miss. Does it sound friendly? Does it sound cold? Does it even make sense?
Wait, Emily, let me show you what happened to me last week. I was texting a friend to cancel plans. I typed, "Sorry, can't make it tonight, I have to finish work." When I read it in my head, it seemed fine. But when I read it out loud, "Sorry, can't make it tonight, I have to finish work," it sounded so blunt, like I didn't care.
So, what did you change?
I just added 2 small things. I changed it to, "Hey, so sorry, but I don't think I can make it tonight. Doc, I'm swamped with work. Rain check soon?" Reading it out loud helped me hear the missing warmth.
That's a perfect example. The reread aloud ritual takes 5 seconds and can save you from an hour of misunderstanding. Try it. It feels weird at first, but it works.
Okay, step 2 is for everyone who's ever worried about that tone problem we mentioned. This is the tone check with emojis. Think of emojis as your training wheels for tone. If you're a beginner or intermediate learner, they are your best friend. They add the emotion and facial expression that text messages are missing.
Yes, let's go back to Sophia's okay disaster. What if she had just added 1 or 2 things? Okay, awesome. Congrats. OMG, congrats. So happy for you. Z, let's talk details later.
Wow, the meaning is instantly clear and positive. But here's what most learners miss. You can also use them as a private test. If you write a sentence and you can't decide if you should put a smiley face, smile, or a sad face, sad, at the end, your sentence is probably unclear. Rewrite it until it naturally fits with the emotion you want to convey.
I love that. Use the emoji as a litmus test for your own clarity. Okay, on to our promised tip. Step 3 is the one that will save you time and stress. This is the screenshot and ask method.
You are not alone on this English journey. You have friends, teachers, or even us at DialogueBoost. When you get a text that confuses you, or when you write one that feels weird, don't just stare at it for 10 minutes.
Don't do it. We've all done it. Just staring, overthinking, deleting, rewriting.
Stop. Just take a screenshot. Send it to a native-speaking friend, a tutor, or a language exchange partner, and ask,
Does this sound natural, or what does this slang mean? You will get a clear answer in 30 seconds instead of wasting 10 minutes worrying. I literally cried when a student told me this changed everything for him. He felt so relieved that he didn't have to guess anymore.
It's like having a cheat code. You get real-time feedback on real-life English. It's the fastest way to learn.
And it leads perfectly into step 4, which is your grammar superhero. We call this the phrase bank builder.
When you use the screenshot and ask method, you'll discover new, natural phrases. Don't let them disappear. Create a note on your phone or in a notebook called My English Phrase Bank.
This is a game changer. So when your friend tells you that instead of I cannot, you should say, sorry, I don't think I can make it, you write that down. When you learn that yep, gotta is for friends, but sounds good, I'll get right on that is for your boss, you write both down and label them casual and professional.
Yes, your phrase bank becomes your personal dictionary of phrases you know are correct and natural. Before texting, you can quickly look at it for inspiration. When you successfully use a phrase from your bank in a real conversation, high five! That's a huge win. You're actively building your fluency.
Last one, step 5. This one is for the detectives out there, the reverse engineer technique. Pay close attention to the texts you receive from native speakers. Don't just read them, analyze them. How do they say no politely? How do they start a conversation? How do they use slang or emojis?
Ooh, this is so smart. You're using the world as your textbook. If your friend texts, hey, you up for a movie later? Notice they didn't say, do you want to go to a movie? They used the casual phrase, up for. Add that to your phrase bank.
Exactly. Every text you get is a free English lesson. Reverse engineer it, break it down, steal the good parts. It's the most natural way to learn because you're learning the exact language the people in your life actually use.
Okay, we've covered the steps, but I know there's one area that causes a ton of fear. Slang, abbreviations, and that tricky thing called tone.
Ugh, slang scares me. It feels like a secret code. Everyone's using LOL, BRB, TBH, and I feel like an outsider. What if I use lol when something isn't funny? Will they think I'm an idiot?
Ethan, that fear is so real, and almost every learner feels it. Let's tackle that fear together. First, let's reframe it. Think of slang not as a test you can fail, but as a key to unlocking faster, friendlier conversations. And you don't need to know all of it. Let's start with the big 4 that you'll see everywhere.
1. LOL stands for laughing out loud. But here's the secret. People rarely use it for actual loud laughter anymore. It's more like a social softener. It shows you're being friendly and not too serious. It's like a light smile in text form. Example, can't believe I forgot my keys, LOL. This isn't hilarious, it just makes the sentence less negative. Okay, that makes sense. It's not about laughing, it's about being lighthearted. What's next?
2. BRB. Be right back. This is simple and useful. If you're in the middle of a text conversation, but you need to answer the door or do something quickly, just type BRB. It tells the other person you haven't disappeared. 3. IDK. I don't know. Super common, super safe to use with friends. What time does the movie start? IDK, let me check. 4. TBH. To be honest. This is used to add a little bit of sincere or critical opinion. This movie is okay, but TBH, I liked the first one better. It signals you're about to share your real thoughts.
Okay, the big 4. LOL, BRB, IDK, TBH. That feels manageable. But what about softening my language? The I cannot problem.
Great question. This is all about tone. Let's do a quick role play. I'll be your friend asking you for a favor. Hey, Ethan, can you help me move my couch on Saturday? Now, you're busy. Give me a hard no and a soft no.
Okay. No, I am busy on Saturday.
How does that feel? A bit like a door slamming in my face. Now give me the soft version.
Ah, man, I'd love to help, but I'm actually busy all day Saturday. So sorry about that. How about I help you celebrate with pizza once the couch is moved?
See the difference? Let's break down what you did. You started with a friendly opening. Aw, man.
You showed you wanted to help. I'd love to help, but you gave a reason. Optional, but helpful. I'm busy all day. You added an emoji for tone. Aw. You apologized. So sorry about that. You offered an alternative, the superstar move. How about pizza?
Wow, when you break it down like that, it's a formula. It's not magic, it's a pattern I can learn.
It's a pattern, and your phrase bank is the perfect place to save these softening formulas. Now, are you all ready to practice? Let's put these skills to the test.
All right, DialogueBoost family, it's your turn. We're going to put 3 awkward text messages on the screen. Your mission is to rewrite them to be friendlier, clearer, and more natural.
We'll show you the text, then we'll pause. You can literally pause the video and try rewriting it in the comments or in your notebook. Ready?
Ouch. I must cancel. So formal and cold. Okay, pause the video now and try to rewrite this. How would you say this to a friend? Okay, you back? You're doing amazing. Huh. Let's see how we could fix this. Emily, what's your version?
My version would be, hey, so sorry, but something's come up, and I don't think I can make it tonight. I was really looking forward to it. Can we reschedule for next week?
Perfect. It's apologetic, gives a soft reason, expresses disappointment, and offers a solution. 10 out of 10.
All right, next one. Imagine you're texting a new coworker.
The one-word killer. No. Okay, pause the video and fix this one. Remember, this is a coworker, so you want to be friendly but still professional.
And we're back. Ethan, how do we save this conversation?
This is a great opportunity to build a good relationship. I'd write, "Thanks so much for the invite. I'm a bit swamped right now, so I'll have to pass, but please ask me next time."
Emily, I love that. Thanks for the invite shows appreciation. I'll have to pass is a soft way to say no, and ask me next time shows you're interested in connecting in the future. Beautiful.
Last one. This one involves a mistake in understanding. Okay, this is a classic false friend. The student probably thought bummed meant something like pumped or excited. This is where the screenshot and ask method is a lifesaver. But let's say you know bummed means sad. How do you reply? Pause and write your supportive message. You're crushing this. Pausing now to say, you're doing amazing. This is how you learn. Emily, what's a good response?
Here, you just need to show empathy. Something like, oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's really tough. Don't be too hard on yourself. Thinking of you.
Simple, supportive, perfect. See, with a few small changes, you can go from awkward to amazing. You just practiced real-world English. You should be proud.
We have covered so much today. We talked about the 3 biggest mistakes: direct translation, wrong formality, and missing tone.
And we gave you a 5-step toolkit to fix them. The reread aloud ritual, the emoji tone check, the screenshot and ask method, the phrase bank builder, and the reverse engineer technique.
But we want you to leave with something more important than just tips. Look at your phone. This device is no longer a source of anxiety. It is a source of connection. It is your bridge to new friendships, new opportunities, and new parts of yourself.
Today, you didn't just learn a few English tricks, you gained a measure of freedom. The freedom to be spontaneous, the freedom to be funny, the freedom to be supportive, the freedom to be you in English.
My student Ahmed from the beginning of our story, the one who texted, "I cannot," a few weeks later, he texted his group, "Hey guys, Saturday is a no-go for me, but I'm free all day Sunday if that works for anyone." They immediately found a new time. He told me, "Emily, it was so easy. I felt like I belonged."
That feeling is what it's all about. You're not just learning, you're joining a global conversation. You're joining the DialogueBoost family. So your challenge for today is to pick one technique we talked about and use it in your very next text message.
Let us know in the comments which technique you're going to try first. We read every single comment. And if this video helped you, please give it a like and subscribe so you don't miss our future lessons.
You have the tools, you have the power. Now go out there and connect. We'll see you in the next video.